Thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so. The former US President Donald Trump lambasted BUHARI impostor again after he called him a lifeless president. And he likened the kidnapping and detaining of 噚by the Fulani Nigerian government as useless as FBI raid of his home at Mar-a-Lago and the current witch hunting going on. My brothers and my sisters, the whole world knows that the Fulani Nigerian government, led by BUHARI impostor and his employer, Abubakar Malami, is the biggest witch hunt and oppression of Biafrans. BUHARI impostor and Malami may not survive despite Nnamdi Kanu's dropping his 20 billion naira suit against the Fulani terrorist Nigerian government at the Federal High Court Abuja, because the African Union's case against the terrorist Fulani Nigerian government is awaiting the decision. The UN opinion has been escalated to other tribunals, and the Kenyan case against the Fulani Nigerian government and the Kenyan government, led by the former president, a criminal, Uhuru Kenyatta, is set for February 2023. Although it's sad that it took this long, but they must also face judgment. All those responsible for the inglorious kidnap and extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, Nairobi to Nigeria. So the Fulani terrorists, BUHARI impostor and Malami cannot escape this. They can't. They are busy beating around the bush, but the whole world is watching. But they will pay for it. Nnamdi Kanu is not a separatist, as is being portrayed by the Fulani Nigerian government and their compromised Nigerian military, including the compromised news media in the zoo. They call him separatist. He's not. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting a self-determination cause. They are calling him separatist in order to nail him, because they know that the Nigerian Constitution allows for self-determination fight. They allow for that. Self-determination cause fight does not violate the Constitution of the zoo called Nigeria, and is not a crime against the international law. It's a human right. It's a human right. You know, history teaches that when a rogue nation like the zoo called Nigeria breaks its own laws and disobeys its own courts, the oppressed is justified in resorting to extrajudicial means to press its case. And that is why the Nigerian Constitution and the international laws allows for self-determination cause. They allow for it. It's not an offense. It's a human right. But BUHARI impostor and his illiterate Minister of Injustice and Attorney General of Federation, a quota system Attorney General of the Federation, the worst in the history of the zoo, are now portraying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a separatist in order to nail him. But they have failed. Buhari imposed and Malami's tactics of bullying a resilient and self-righteous people like Biafrans is unwise. You know, because the Fulani Janjaweed, they think like cows. Bullying Biafrans is unwise. And they and their evil Fulani Janjaweed tribe will pay for all the atrocities against the innocent and peaceful people of Biafra. They will pay for it. They will surely pay for it. You know, Malami is an illiterate quota system attorney general of the Federation of the zoo called Nigeria, who thinks that they can keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under lock and key by recycling their phantom charges against him at their Fulani Sharia Federal High Court in Abuja. The truth is that the issue does not lie in recycling charges. Any prosecutor can fawn and frolic with charges, but with the extraordinary rendition, plus the Abuja and Federal High Court Umahia's judgments, no charges can ever stick against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the Fulani Nigerian government knows this, and that is why, if they are sensible, they should obey the Court of Appeal judgment and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu immediately and unconditionally, instead of beating around the bush, instead of shopping for judges, instead of Malami bribing justices to give the Fulani Nigerian government a favorable judgment. The saying goes thus: he that had an ear, let him hear. Let them hear, because their day of recon is just around the corner. Buhari impostor turns 133 million Nigerians into poverty with his useless and wicked policies, because his priority is to Fulanize and Islamize Nigeria. Terrorist Nigerian army extrajudicially murdered innocent Biafrans, 13 of them, 13 innocent Biafrans, and covered up their massacre by claiming that they were IPOB members. All this must come to an end. You know, the Fulani µėėTIALA terrorist group is begging the Central Bank of Nigeria to give the Fulani terrorist bandits more time by extending the deadline for the withdrawal of the old Naira notes, that is the Nigerian currency, from circulation, because they still have billions of Naira from their kidnapping business that they need to change to the CFA, that is the French Francophone West African nations currency, CFA. They want to change all the money. You know, these were ransom money paid by victims of Fulani terrorist kidnapping business. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video. Bye-bye for now.